What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City transfer update. We're rolling out daily Manchester City transfer updates for you guys to enjoy. So if you want to stay up to date every single day this summer with the latest Manchester City transfer news, then make sure you have subscribed. Also, don't forget as well, social media links, they're in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email also in the description below too. If you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business enquiries, leave a thumbs up if you do enjoy this video. 500 likes once more is the aim, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Also, don't forget as well, let me know your thoughts on what you make of these transfers in the comments below. Lastly, this video, it is sponsored and it's brought to you by OneFootball. This video is brought to you by OneFootball. If you want to download the OneFootball app, all you need to do is press the link at the top of my description, which will take you forward to where you can download this app. The OneFootball app is extremely useful if you are a huge football fan just like me. It provides you with the latest footballing news, transfer news, and the latest videos as well. It is one source of information of where I get my transfer news from. It also allows you to see the latest scores with what's happening in the footballing world. If you just click on a game, including any Manchester City game, it will not only bring up the latest team news, but it will also bring up the latest statistics and keep you up to date with everything happening in that game. If you want to download this app, all you need to do is press the link at the top of the description to stay up to date. Thank you very much to OneFootball for sponsoring this video. If you want to go and check them out, then the link and details there all in the description. OneFootball will keep you up to date with all the latest transfer news this summer for Manchester City and all the other teams as well. It's a great app to have. It's free. Go and check it out. Link in the description. So let's crack on with this video. We've got plenty to get through, so we're going to start off first with some great news in the contract news and an update on Riyad Mahrez. Now, L'Equipe over in France say Riyad Mahrez, he is close to signing a new 3-year contract at Manchester City. It would be a 2-year extension on top of his current deal. His current deal expires in the summer of 2023, so it would be a contract until the summer of 2025. That's great news. Apparently that's close to being done, so the sooner that gets done, the better. We have already lost Gabriel Jesus. We are going to be losing Raheem Sterling. These players do have 1 year left on their contract, so the fact that we can get Mahrez on a new contract is good news, and I'd hope that City very soon will be working on Ilkay Gundogan. His contract is up in 2023 as well in the summer. We do have an option for a 1-year extension, and I'm hoping we're going to be activating that at some point in the next 12 months or so. So moving on to the outs, we've got a quick update on Callum Doyle. He signed for Coventry City on a season-long loan, so wishing Callum the very best of luck on his loan spell in the Midlands, signing for Coventry City there and seeing how he will perform and progress over the season. Now moving on, we also have an update on Aymeric Laporte. Now the Standard say that Chelsea earlier in the summer did inquire about signing Aymeric Laporte. Man City have rejected their inquiry and said their stance is Aymeric Laporte, he isn't for sale, so it does look like Laporte is going to be staying at Manchester City. Now moving on, we also do have an update on Raheem Sterling. As of right now, me recording this video, he is still not a Chelsea player. Now Sky Sports said that Raheem Sterling is back from his holiday. He is in London. He's began and completed the first part of his medical. That was yesterday late afternoon, early evening, and I do reckon the rest of that medical will have been completed today. They'll have been having all the pictures and all their promos and introductions and welcome videos and YouTube videos and social media posts and everything. They'll all be getting prepared. It's not been announced as of right now. It could be announced this evening. If it is, then I will obviously bring that story to you guys. However, I reckon more than likely it will happen tomorrow. Very interesting. Mike Monet says the medical that was completed yesterday evening, that's all done and dusted. Raheem Sterling, he'll be signing for Chelsea, he says, for £50 million. Other sources are saying £45 million plus £10 million in odd add-ons. Others are saying £47.5 million as a flat fee. So we'll see what that fee is. Now moving on, we've got an update on Bernardo Silva. Lou Martin, a source at Barcelona, says that Bernardo Silva has not asked Manchester City to leave this summer. He has not communicated this to Manchester City. He hasn't even hinted towards a move to Barcelona from Manchester City for this summer. So that's further reiterating it looks like Bernardo Silva could well be staying at Manchester City. We're still waiting for Barcelona to make their move. That's only going to come once they've sold Frenkie de Jong, and trust me, they're struggling to make that happen. I won't be surprised at all if that does not happen and he stays at Barcelona. It's all to do with finances and them getting their cash injections and everything. It's a bit of a mess at Barcelona. So whilst we're not involved, I would move away from that. And so we're going to move on to the ins, and we've got a new name, Emilio Lawrence. Now, he's a 16-year-old Scottish attacking midfielder, played for Everton. He's going to leave them this summer. There's interest from 6 of the Premier League clubs, the big 6. That's Manchester City, Manchester United, Arsenal, Tottenham, Chelsea and Liverpool. They're all interested in signing Emilio Lawrence. However, Fabrizio Romano has said Man City at this moment in time, they are favourites to sign Lawrence, and he is expected to announce his new club very soon. So we'll see where that ends up. It could well be Manchester City and a player to look out for the future. And speaking of players to look out for the future, moves us on to yesterday with Manchester City. They announced the signing of 3 players. Calvin Phillips unfortunately wasn't at the presentation as he was ill, but Julian Alvarez, he's been announced by Manchester City and introduced to the fans. Stefan Ortega Moreno was announced, goalkeeper of course, and Erling Haaland as well was announced by Manchester City. All look like they're raring to go. They've all turned up for pre-season for Manchester City today, and Manchester City will be heading out on their pre-season tour on Saturday to the United States. So they're going to get a good week under their belts to return back to action, get all the stuff sorted that they're going to get sorted, then head out for some pre-season action from next weekend. So we'll see what happens with regards to that. Now moving on, we've also got an update on Josko Gvardiol. He is apparently Manchester City's top centre-back target according to the Mail. However, a move being made by Manchester City is described as being unlikely, which is no real use to us if Nathan Ake leaves, as surely City aren't going to head into the season with 3 senior centre-backs, where all 3 of them centre-backs, Stones, Diaz and Laporte, have had their fair share of injuries as well. So surely City will be looking for some numbers. We know we're after a left-back. Even if that does happen, you find a left-back that can help cover centre-back. We're still a centre-back short. It's a lot of pressure to put on Luke Mbete, considering he's not really had many minutes around the first team. Maybe City will look to maybe exploit that during the pre-season and see how Luke Mbete gets along, but I'm not so sure. I'm not entirely convinced Nathan Ake will leave Manchester City, but we'll speak more about that if we do get an update on it. To me, the finances don't make sense. It doesn't make sense from City's point of view to sell Nathan Ake, that we lose a homegrown player for the same price near enough as what we signed him for. But considering he's progressed under Manchester City, still has 3 years left under his contract, and to me there isn't any better alternatives out there, so why would you sell for the sake of selling? He's obviously happy to go and join Chelsea. He's happy to stay at Manchester City, so if that means moving it to next year instead, then I would, if I'm completely honest. So we'll see what happens with regards to that. Anyway, moving on to the final story, we've got a quick update on Marc Cucurella. He will be the next player that Manchester City target to try and sign this summer. We are still waiting though for the opening bid from Manchester City. That has still not come as of yet. Fabrizio Romano says that Brighton, they haven't named a price for Cucurella, but he is reporting that a bid of around 55 to 60 million euros, so we're looking at around 55 million pounds there, could be enough to secure the signature. That is a lot of money, in my opinion, to be paying for a fullback. It's not uncommon for City to be paying such numbers for a fullback. We do have the finances with the player sales that we've had to make this transfer happen, so it's all about how much Man City are willing to pay. I've got a feeling we'll probably swoop in quite low. We're probably looking at about maybe £15 million less than what Brighton's value will be, so we'll probably swoop in around £35 million, which is of course going to get rejected. Your first offer always is, and then we'll move in with maybe moving that fee up slowly up at a time, maybe £3 or £4 million here and a couple of million in add-ons and stuff, and see if there is a bit of room for leeway. It's all about, will Brighton negotiate that price down, because if they say to City we're not going to sell for anything under 50-55 million pound. I wouldn't be surprised to see Man City walk away if Brighton aren't going to back down on that, and they don't have to back down on that. So the choice is going to be, with them currently in contract renewal talks in the early stages with Cucurella, it could be a case where he either chooses Manchester City and pushes forward with that, or he's happy to stay at Brighton and signs a new deal. But that is something that's probably going to happen as we move through to the start of pre-season over the next 2 or 3 weeks, as transfers do take time to be completed. And I think that's why there's no further updates with Nathan Ake, because I think City are looking at alternatives and trying to look around, so that can take weeks. So yeah, plenty to keep me occupied with throughout the rest of the summer transfer window. So I will keep you guys up to date, of course, first and fast every single day with the latest Manchester City transfer news on YouTube. So if you haven't already, do make sure you have subscribed. We're nearly less than 100 subs now away from 26k subscribers. Overall aim ambitious here on the JSGC channel. Hopefully we can hit 30k ASAP, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Also, don't forget as well, social media links, they're in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email also in the description below too. If you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries, leave a thumbs up if you do enjoy this video. 500 likes once more is the aim. Let me know what you think of these transfers in the comments below. And lastly, do go and check out today's video sponsor, OneFootball, link in the description if you want to go and check that out. Anyone that does download OneFootball using my app, not only do you get the best footballing app out there in my opinion, and it's free, but it also helps to support the future content created here on my channel. It does keep these videos coming for you guys, so I would appreciate any interaction towards that. And I will see you again tomorrow for the next daily Manchester City transfer update. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.